Vestige, the purple Terran from Confed. It is HoneyBadger.
Alright, so here's what I'll do. Because not all of these people have been in the channel before, after this game, remind me, and I'll give everyone a couple points. Like, nothing crazy, but like a couple hundred. And then I'll enable betting when it matters, so we can just bet on whoever's going to win. But it doesn't matter anyway, because it's not like someone's going to walk away with a dub for this game. So I was just a little slow to it. But we'll just do it overall, because I forget to do it in between games. But you can at least get a chance to double your doubloons, which is fun to say anyway. So, yeah. But getting into the game so far, nothing too crazy just yet. Just both players on gas. Other than that, you know, nothing.
Yep. This is pretty typical for TVT openers. Getting that gas allows you to get the earlier factory. Cyclones are all the rage in this matchup. It can allow you to go tanks, Ravens too. Definitely a very gas-heavy unit. So it really kind of opens up a lot of tech paths in TVT. Now we'll have to keep an eye on which player decides to expand first, because that can really tell us who's putting on the pressure and who's kind of going to be the defender.
Yep, absolutely. So both players immediately drop a factory, as you were saying. That's kind of the whole point of that double gas. And yeah, as you said, we're just kind of waiting to see who expands first. Passion joined us in chat. What's up, man? Confed as well. Our sponsor, Pinecone. Nice to see you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Let us know who you're rooting for. As I said, I will enable betting right after this game. Even if you don't have points, I'll give everyone a couple points just so they can have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to see how this goes down. Our last clan war was last weekend, but it was on non-standard maps, so I'm pretty excited to be back to the standard map pool. Not that there was anything wrong with that map pool, but you know.
Nah, I really enjoyed that map pool. It was awesome, and it was something that we might experiment with in the future, because I like the different maps. I mean, everybody's seen these. It's great to see strategies on this map, you know, so you can learn from it and try it. But I don't know, seeing that kind of goofy stuff was cool, man.
Yeah,
some players were doing some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I really liked him. Did you get a chance to look at the map pool competition by any chance?
I saw the post. I didn't actually read it. Yeah. Was it pretty sweet?
Well, I checked out a few of them. I knew for whatever reason, but I didn't know, like, what does the winner get? Does that actually get to be, like, put into the map pool or something, or is it purely just for money?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I would assume probably it gets put in, like, the first place one or whatever gets put in the map pool.
That'd be badass. But either way, getting to this game, we have a couple Cyclones coming out for HoneyBadger, and then on system side of things, we have a Starport down. So that's the huge variation that my Zergai has seen so far. Nothing too crazy just yet. Neither player, okay, I was going to say, system just took an expansion, so.
Yep, and it looks like HoneyBadger took his not too long ago as well, just about a third the way done in his main. So 2 Cyclones now, and are going to meet the Reapers. They're going to be able to run away. Not take too much damage. Nice to get a scout off on that too, see exactly how many Cyclones. So he kind of just backs up now. Going to use these for defense.
Yeah, and in my defense, I fucked up Confed's logo as well. So it's not like I only butchered Psystorms. Apparently, they updated their logo too. It now has the flames on both sides or whatever, so. Jesus, I'm just messed up all around, guys. I can't get right.
You're blowing it.
I know. Sorry. No, I didn't know. If both of you guys, though, if you're listening, want to shoot me those logos, that would be badass. If not, I'll just kind of poke around the internet. Sometimes I have a good luck finding them, but some people don't really necessarily have them uploaded everywhere. But yeah, looking into this game, it looks like the expansions aren't really that far off. The only difference is HoneyBadger built his up on top, but he should be able to get out there because he has those Cyclones. A tank being built as well for HoneyBadger, so.
Yep, for sure. He's definitely going to be able to have some pretty solid defensive potential here. As he's got those 2 Cyclones still alive. Both players keeping their early units alive. That can get a little crazy sometimes in TVT. You lose, you know, a couple Reapers and a Cyclone, and a lot of kind of the early beef of your army is gone. This one tank is great, but a lot of things can either outmaneuver it or drop on it. You know, Banshees can shoot it, so it's good to retain those units.
Yeah, and speaking of drops, double medevac is about to finish up here for HoneyBadger, so we'll have to see if he gets across the map and tries to start doing that immediately, or if he's just kind of hanging out with them. And then on the other side of things, System is starting to build a Viking, so. We've kind of seen early on that player who builds a couple Vikings will get air superiority, which is huge in the late game. And 4 SCVs going down to that Liberator. I missed it because I was across the map checking stuff out, but that's pretty significant as well. So.
Yep. Absolutely. It looks like a double Cyclone drop is going to be loaded up by HoneyBadger. Makes its way to what I assume is going to be the kind of back area of the main. There is a Viking and medevac headed right over there, though, so they will be able to spot that somewhat early.
I like this, too. This Reaper over here actually might catch it as well, depending on the path it takes, but this is really good, just kind of getting vision. Oh, no. We'll have to check the vision.
Goodness, man.
I know.
He is
like,
all up on that right side there. Does he see it?
Nah. Wow. So very well played. I just checked the Reaper's vision, and he has no idea it's coming in here. So this drop might find a little bit of damage. There's a couple Marines right here that might be able to push it back, but a couple Cyclones can rain hell down on the worker line. So.
Yep. System, it looks like by his positioning, he knew this was coming because he kind of has units in that area, but unfortunately for him, he was not able to get them in the exact position. So HoneyBadger comes in, gets 4 SCVs. Now he needs to kind of like get on out of here, maybe able to pick up the Cyclone. No, retain your units, bro! Oh, man. So he's going to be able to kill all the Marines, but unfortunately SCVs as a surround are pretty good.
Yeah, do you think that was worth it or no?
I don't know, man. I think it would have been a little bit more effective to pick up the Cyclones, but you know, I mean, he tried to maximize the damage, and dude, he's playing the game, man. I'm not. So
yeah, absolutely. Getting a couple workers is always good too. He lost a couple of his own, so he's probably just trying to balance things up a little bit. So still just posturing up though, nothing too crazy. I was waiting to see if those doom drops were going to come into effect, but so far that was kind of it. Still no medevacs coming in either. Sensor tower going down too. So
yep. System's positioning is right over here by his third base, which is really nice. He's got a tank and a couple of units to make sure that he doesn't get dropped. 2 tanks out front, so he's buttoned up pretty nicely. HoneyBadger's building up a good amount of Marines and 2 tanks as well. So I don't think either player is in really a position where they want to be kind of, you know, doing anything other than drops. They're just trying to poke and find some damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, TVT is kind of going to come down to the drops either way, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. But as you said, both players are kind of buttoned up pretty strong to where it might be a while before we get there, but I don't mind, dude. It's kind of epic when it happens all late game anyway. The one thing, though, that we do have going on here is System has these double medevacs where, yeah. Okay, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. The player that gets out those medevacs and has vision with them can usually intercept these drops. Or yeah, sorry, Vikings.
Yeah, I got
can
you.
usually get out there on the map and intercept these drops. That was huge, though, man. That was entire medevac that went down just, you know, for nothing. So
yep,
it's pretty significant, man.
Great positioning on those for sure. And having 2 of them too, like 1 can spot it and get it pretty low, so maybe if your Marines are in position you can shoot it when it comes in, but 2 just absolutely cleans it up. So very nice. This other one though is making its way to the natural. I don't think it'll find too much damage with those 2 tanks there.
Yeah. Kira saying the Nydus, please fix colors. What do you mean, man? We can't change colors once in game. Are you talking about like red and blue or something? I don't know, maybe they're too close because it's pink and purple. Drop, though, coming into the natural here of System, getting a couple workers. It should be able to be cleaned up, though. If you can get this medevac, all right. Actually picking that up and getting out of there is pretty nice. So a little bit more pressure coming down. This is twice now that HoneyBadger's been able to get over here and get a couple workers for, you know, not that much of a cost. If he's not careful, though, he's going to lose this medevac again to these 2 Vikings, man.
Yep, for sure. And we look at the income now. HoneyBadger is up 42 to 31. So these little bits of damage, nice, that medevac goes down. So a bit of a break there for System, but these little bits of damage that HoneyBadger have done have allowed him to take an economic lead. Does he have a third? No. Okay, System's third is now moving over though. So if System can find some damage or at least hold for a little bit here, he should have the superior economy.
Yeah, System is also flying over his third as well though. So I don't know, man. This is like pretty much as mirrored as it gets so far. It's all going to come down to this tank positioning. I do think that's huge though that System was able to pick off 2 completely full medevacs with those Vikings, man. That's pretty enormous. But I mean, all that considered, it's still pretty even on supply though, so it's not like that was game ending or anything. You're right though, it's going to come down to who can get this third over there and planted. So another base coming down too. Oh no, okay, I thought that was his third flying. My bad, he was building it there. It's kind of a weird place to build your third, but shit happens.
Yep, so he's going to come up here, get a couple tanks sieged. Defensive positioning definitely favors HoneyBadger there as he gets a couple of shots off on the Marines. Going to make this engage that much harder to take. Viking numbers for HoneyBadger, are they dead even? Holy shit, it's like 3-3 right now. 4 Vikings to 4 Vikings.
Yeah, 4-4. That's crazy though. It's like he saw, holy shit, that was really effective. I'm going to try to build a couple of those my damn self, but yeah, no, I really like it.
Going on. Holy shit, man. So there's a drop in the main. 13 SCVs going down. This is fantastic. I imagine the medevacs went down eventually, but HoneyBadger finding even more economic damage, which pushes his lead 45 to 23 workers.
Yeah, he's been all over the map, man. I've really been impressed by his continual pressure, man. It's been pretty impressive. So now we have a bit of a stalemate here in the front with these siege tanks both kind of just planted up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to push into that, but there's no bio to stop him from just being dropped on right here. It's kind of looking like that's what HoneyBadger wants to do.
Yep. He's in a pretty awkward position. The Vikings coming out, spotting for the tanks. System, he's kind of in an awkward spot here because he has those Vikings. He's going to be able to shoot further than System would.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be better to just kind of back his tanks up here. Oh, no, the rest of his army's coming to join it. So we'll have to see, man. They got to get up there quick, though. One tank going down already. Stim going down. Another tank taking serious damage.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, man, those tanks got out 2 tanks and really at no cost, so that was pretty good there. But now he's got him kind of cornered to where he's HoneyBadger's unable to come out here and take his 3rd. So this is pretty huge. Even if he just sits here, he just gets further and further ahead because System's base is already up and running, or his 3rd rather is already up and running. So this is a pretty good contain here, and because of those tanks, it's going to be kind of hard to push in. But I think he could just pick up and try to. Well, no, because that Bioforce now. I don't know, man. This is going to be pretty nice. However, it goes down.
Yeah, I think System has a, as you said, pretty nice contain going on. He just needs to make sure that his base is buttoned up. He has a couple turrets to make sure that he doesn't get dropped. Really kind of focus on maybe some static D for a second here, and just keep the contain going because his 3rd's like kind of ripping and rolling now. But the engagement goes down. HoneyBadger forces it. He has a better spread. He's going to come in here and clean this up. These are on the run, so no sieges to be had. Very nice, man.
Yep. OP Zesty says Sirtiva System is the one who has the 3rd. HoneyBadger was building his out front. I think he either canceled it or it got killed when the aggression happened. I'm not sure which one. Or maybe he picked it up and flew it up. That might have happened either. One of the 3. But yeah, that was pretty good though. Surging forward and getting those tanks and kind of pushing him back here. And now he broke the containment. This is a little bit unusual though. He's choosing to take this base down here instead of the one out linear. But I don't know. He might be able to defend it here because of these medevacs and stuff. But
Man, kind of an interesting spot to take that for HoneyBadger. We'll have to see if it ends up working out. Could be kind of sneaky if System's not paying attention, or it could be really vulnerable, man. That is kind of far out, especially with that, dead airspace in between the main and what is now the 3rd.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like HoneyBadger's gearing up for a bit of aggression himself. Maybe he feels comfortable knowing that he has the tank lead, or maybe he's just trying to push out. Yeah, okay, I was going to say he's just trying to push out a little bit and secure his line. So we're going into 3-base TVT, man. This is going to be pretty nice. This is the stuff you live for, huh? No.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool to see this, man.
Yeah.
A lot of TVTs are ending in, Cyclone stuff, and I think that's awesome, But it's cool to see this when it starts to be, who can have turrets everywhere, make sure not to get dropped on, and then siege tank positioning as well, man. These can be some interesting positional battles.
Yeah, Velveeta23 asked earlier, and I missed this, by the way, where are these dudes on ladder? They're diamond. I believe I saw D3 from one of them, but I didn't check the other. I think system is D3. I'll check afterwards, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're somewhere diamond-ish. The entire clan ward tonight is diamond, but I'm not sure where, where it's at. I'm sure though a couple D1s will come out later. Oh shit, HoneyBadger pushing through, man. It looks like he saw enough and he can just push on. I think he's got it too, as long as he can find some good tank plants. His army's looking pretty scary. It's 146 to 119, so.
Yeah, this is a massive army, man, and their 2-2 timing is so similar here. Combat shields not quite done for System yet, but it will be done by the time the fight goes down. But yeah, this pretty much comes down to who has better tank positioning, and the numbers definitely do favor HoneyBadger.
Yep, absolutely.
Botched,
He's definitely got the supply lead. We'll have to see. And as you said, upgrades are about tied up, except for that one armor, but it's about to be negated here in just a few seconds. So it's all going to come down to tank positioning, as TVT often does. But look at the tank count. I think I got to give it to HoneyBadger, as long as he can get sieged up correctly. Yep. Which, is easier said than done in the TVT. I'll definitely give you guys that. So I'm not sure.
He could take a risky play by trying to drop in the main, but I don't know, man. Those turrets, that's very nice. Definitely how you got to play TVT from System, making sure that you have enough turrets there to defend that, or at least bruise the medevacs. Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah,
you can fly through it, man, but you better not run out of boost.
Oh, shit. This is very well played from System, though, picking up his own drop and coming over here trying to defend this. I really like that. Unfortunately, he left a lot of them loaded up, though. Not all of them got unloaded. Okay, he's starting to unload them. That was a bit of a miss micro there, but, it all happens. This is very well played from HoneyBadger, though, now hitting in from both angles, so.
It's like both medevacs will go down to those Vikings, and the rest of the units will go down. It looks he was able to push out through some of those tanks, too, but now he's going to come up here, take a couple of tank shots. Oh, only one, dude, nice. It's like quick draw and draw.
As soon as that drop hit, he surged forward and killed all those tanks, and now he's up in the middle lane. So that was very well played there from HoneyBadger. And as we said before, he had a huge supply lead, and it's just growing. It's now 134 to 83. So even though he lost that initial drop, I'd have to say that he started to get ahead here. Oh, that move command wasn't wasn't that great though. The bio took a lot of loss there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So there are still small amount of bio coming in. That's definitely frustrating for tanks and has the potential to kill them as they're all spread out. System is somewhat stabilizing in his main base though, and his third is still mining. But
Yeah,
HoneyBadger has kind of just driven a wedge right in between his natural and his third, so that's pretty hard to defend.
yeah, that's the contain point that he had on him before. So now the tables have just turned pretty much. 3-3 is about to finish up though here for System, so I really like that. I wouldn't roll him out of it. Maybe he can get a lot of bio here and just push out and count on that. But I don't know. It's just because of the whole supply. You know, I don't want to call him out, but it's starting to look pretty rough for him. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Not being able to mine what was left of that natural and kind of just, you know, as I said, he's got one tank, but I mean, oh man, it's gonna, okay, wait. It's like getting dropped on, sort of. One Marine, go!
Oh man, you didn't unload them all. So now it's just SCVs versus tank. That was, or SCVs versus Marauder. That was pretty funny though. I think it was a good idea though, just trying to split up his attention if nothing else, so he can and just kind of see where he's at. But as you said, just locking down this natural here is huge. I mean, System's economy's just kind of come to a grinding halt here. At least his gas has. He's stacking a lot of minerals. So.
For sure. It's unfortunate. Like, the only thing you can really do, and the third's even under siege now. It has to be lifted. SCV's going down, and I think this is the start of the end for System. He's going to go what looks like for a big drop on these tanks. I'm not sure this is going to work out well, but you don't have very many options left.
Yep, I think he's just trying to break out of there any way he could. It was a good idea for sure, but it just didn't quite work out. A lot of